welcome to another video from the Vickers MG Collection and Research Association. As I'm sure you'll be aware, we don't just buy pristine items for the collection, we restore quite a lot as well. And I was just going to start this video by sharing with you some of the projects that we've got on the go at the moment. Ammunition boxes really. So we've recently acquired a number of ammunition boxes such as this, a nice 1917 dated number 8 belt box there, February 1917 by H&E Limited. Not really sure who that is at the moment, but we'll find out. It's had sort of a rough life. It probably needs reshaping. Some of the leather needs reworking, couple of rivets missing there. We'll probably strip the leather off. Thankfully the felt is in good condition, or relatively good condition there, but it does need that. We've got a master block that will fit in there, so that just needs a lot of love. This one has had the handles. So this is another number 8 belt box by a different company, P&B Limited, 1918. Needs all the paint stripping off, needs completely new leather work on it, and needs a new U-piece wire there for the tab to fit into as well, and it might need new felt. We'll see about that. Another number 8 belt box, different one, J&JT Limited, January 1917 there. That one's obviously had its the rivet holes welded up, so we'll pop those out, put new material on those. It's also had this metal bracket that's completely wrong, so we'll take that off and replace that with the leather. Again, the felt's really good, inside condition's quite good. Probably won't do much to that. It's a pain to clean off the inside of things, but we'll get that back looking good. And then this is a number 10 belt box that's had a little handle added. That's completely irrelevant, not Vickers at all. The main tab there's might be salvageable. It needs a new leader tab, a new tongue put in there. Probably needs cleaning out completely. It's had a horrible silver paint job. So this should be bright white because it's one of the armoured vehicle belt boxes, and we can't even see, so that will probably be an RPLS number 10 on the back there. So we'll clean all these up and we'll share some photos with you as we do so. So if you can, please do support us on Patreon, www.patreon.com/VickersMG, as that funding all goes into supporting the association in general, but specifically, for these restorations, we buy the leather hide that goes into the trifold on the handles. It's not as simple as just a piece of leather strap, and the rivets, copper rivets and things like that we use for it. We've done some restorations in the past, but it's worth just showing you that this is an original number 10 belt box, so we'll have to make up this new tongue tab here, work it all round. It looks like, funnily enough, that handle on the top might be the same as the handle on the front. It's similar, it's not quite the same. No, I'm going to take that back. I think it's the same shape but a different one. So that will end up looking like that. This will end up looking like that. Let's say that's an original with the stencils on there. What we have done in the past is number 7 belt box, from scratch, and you can see there the leather hide. So these are threefold, so that it actually forms. So it's not a single leather strap. Put in the rivets, give it a really good clean back, and then new leather work in. So we've done a couple of these in the past. Stencils that we've bought from Old Time Design Company, so thanks to Gary for the work that they've done on those for us. I think we've got some number 8 belt box ones left, so we should be okay this time, but they come up really nice. They form part of the limbered wagon kit. We're always looking for these jobs, or these additional boxes to help demonstrate that full capability of the Vickers. Having a Vickers with a belt box, a belt of 250 rounds, sometimes not even full. That isn't us. We have our Second World War Vickers with 4,750 rounds of inert ammunition in the 19 liners, which are in the H29 wooden boxes, all in belts. That tells you how the Vickers was used. It wasn't just a one box wonder. You can't move a machine gun platoon with just one box per gun. That's not what we're about. We're about showing that whole capability of the Vickers. Having somebody be able to come in here and go, whoa, okay, that's how much ammunition they had. absolutely, that's what we're about. So, you know, we use these, we fill the limbered wagon, for example, should have 7,000 rounds of ammunition in it. You know, it's 2 guns at 3,500 rounds each. That's 28 belt boxes, plus a couple of thousand rounds in their sort of their wooden ammunition boxes as well. So to do that, you know, we need to show, you know, all of it's 28 belt boxes, 14 in the front, 14 in the back. That's, you know, that's something that we aspire to achieve. So with these like restoration projects, we're able to do so. As always, thank you to those that already do support us. Please do consider supporting us if you don't. You know, I think we do quite good work. I would say that I'm biased, but I think we really. You know, we do a really wide variety of work, from the stuff that you'll have seen on the battlefields to ammunition box restorations, to the firing gun demonstrations, to, you know, to publications. Really multifaceted approach to research and the collection that we have here in Swindon, Wiltshire as well. So if you can come along and see that, you'll see it firsthand. You'll be able to see these ammunition boxes as they get restored. So yeah, we look forward to seeing you. We look forward to seeing people sign up as patrons, and thank you in advance. So I've just started to clean off this one of the number 8 belt boxes. This is the J&JT, I can't remember which manufacturer that is now, January 1917. Look, and you can see how this metal's coming up really nicely. What we've got to do is punch through these filled in rivet holes as well. So we'll give it a clean off. So here we are, I suppose about 20 minutes, and we've got a nice shiny ammunition box, back to bare metal. We've also taken the clasp that was here, so it was a locking clasp because it had been used as a toolbox, so that's come off. We've popped those rivet holes out. Now, in uncovering the paint, we found the rivet holes as well for the leather tab that fits over here. Now, that was officially taken off of ammunition boxes, so we're going to leave that off, I think. We might change our mind in a moment, but we'll see for now. What we've also come across is some inspection stamps on the front here as well, which is nice. Obviously we get a better look at the J&JT Limited. If you're interested in knowing what we're using to strip this, so this is a body panel brush basically that we recommended a while ago, and it's nylon. So it's a nylon brush fitted to the angle grinder there, to the hand grinder, universal fit apparently. They're a bit expensive, but we're trying to get sourced them cheap at the moment because we've got, you know, a Land Rover to do. But they seem to be doing it without scratching, and then we just tidy the edges up in the corners with a brass wire brush there. So yeah, they're coming up really nicely. This is ready for a first coat, which we'll get on quite quickly so we don't get any corrosion forming. So we've now done a first and a second coat on the number 8 belt box here. And it's worth just saying that we use this paint, Chameleon, that we picked up a few years ago now, just on the off chance that it would match a random box we had that had good paint condition, and it really does. So yeah, you know, it's army green. It's crazy that this actually matches a Great War box, but it does. So we're using that up before we buy any more. But that one is done and likely, yeah, apart from some touching up, ready to put leather handles on. So here we are using one of our stencils from Old Time Design. That's, you know, we've had them a couple of years now actually, just need to order some more. We're just going to spray that up with the right stenciling for the number 8 belt box. And just 1 or 2 coats of plain matte white paint cover it. And here it is after the stencil's been taken off again. So really nice crisp finish, you know, the right marking, a little bit skew-off, but hey, this isn't a factory, so I'm happy with that. Now we can get on with doing the leather work on this. So here is the tab. So we haven't put the tin plate around the end of the tab. It's a bit fiddly, and you know, I've done it in the past, they just come off because we don't really have the right setting tools. Something we can add on in the future. We've also, you know, a little caveat is we've also sort of got we're trying to fit to existing holes, so the leather that's worked for previous number 8 belt boxes is a little bit too narrow on this one. But yeah, that's the life of restoration. You can't get things exactly right all of the time, but we'll do our best, and let's get the handles on. So the handles aren't a single piece of leather, they're a triple folded piece of hide. So you have to get these folds in place, and I'm going to dab a little bit of wood glue or something on there to hold it, a bit of PVA, and then get them lined up, get them round the right way and onto these existing holes as well. So I'll give that a go. So we've got the leather folded and just held in place with pegs for the time being, and now we can just line it up, mark up as necessary, and start to punch it and put the rivets in. In case you're wondering, the bit of sponge is so that it doesn't get scratched when we're hammering it. So what we're going to do is just line up the leather there, make sure it's around the right way, and get it roughly lined up like so. Get a little pencil, which was about here earlier, is now moved. There we go, pencil. Mark up that and there, get it down, mark up the middle one, down to the next one, and we've got to undo the peg for that, and we can just get the pencil in there. Should have got a shorter pencil, but I think it will work, yeah. So that's that one. Yeah, just about. We can measure it up and make sure in a minute. And we can then just use that one to give us a nice, clean and crisp centre. Like that. And then we just work through and repeat the process. So we get the rivet in place, and then we put the we get the stem in place and then put the rivet over. We use the setting tool, that hole there, to pop that down on, and we get that in like so. We then hope that's in place properly. There's no movement in there, which is great. We just trim as far down as possible, but leave a little bit on the stem so we can get a nice round head on it. And just cut that excess off. There we go. Rounding head. And we just give it a nice round. Wow. And that's it. So that's first one in place, look. I just need to mark up the next holes then. So what have we got? That one there, I think, is about in the right place. A bit lower. Yeah, that one there. I can see I've gone all the way through there. And then this one goes all the way through there, which is great. I can now put these rivets in. So take my sort of hammering block out. Now the hole needs a little file out to make sure it fits okay. Yeah, that's good. Middle one needs doing too. Brilliant. Now it'll fit nicely. So that's all three rivets in. It's worth saying that on the originals they're folded in a certain way as well, so that the sort of the outer flap is always pointed outwards. Now I don't know why that is, whether there's any particular reason or not, but they're all consistent. So I think it's probably to do with the flaps and how they fold up here. But you know, we're obviously trying to replicate it, so if you're restoring them, it's worth doing as well.
Now that's all 3 rivets on the first handle complete. Just need to repeat that 4 times. Well, 3 more times. Don't. So we're just coming to the end now. We've got the last 3 rivets to just trim off. You have to watch your eyes on these. Possibly, if it'll come. So that'll land somewhere else in the workshop, and my dad will find it later. We share a workshop, much to his disgust, much to my annoyance. I can't leave stuff out all the time, but so be it. Let's. Well, that one came off quite nicely. Last one then. I should have longer handle snips, really. Be an advantage if you're using them, if you have them. Or you can just give it a little tap and it'll break off where you made the cut. That little snip off there. And you end up with lots of little rivet ends everywhere. Always with riveting, you end up with rivet ends. So we can now, we've got the metal block in there that we're pushing against, by the way. We can now round off the heads just to finalise it. A bit nicer than that. Might be a little bit too much left on there. No, we got it. Same here. Turn it around so we don't get the pain. There we go, 3 nice heads. That for the top one isn't great, but that's it. So there we go. I've got the, take that out. You can see in there, those aren't going to foul the ammunition belt. Close that up. Got our tab. Put that round on there. Put that throughlet. And we then have a complete, I've left those on there to start to shape the handles, but we can take those off because we can hang it up to do that shaping. They'll just fall round like that. When they get used, they get mucky and oily. And there we go, complete, really nicely restored number 8 belt box. Hopefully that was interesting. Hopefully it was informative for you as well. So if we have 3 more of these to do, maybe 4, and the number 8 to finish. So we'll share those with you over the coming weeks. As always, you know, we try and get these things on display in context. So the ammunition box will go here amongst its many friends, different types. Look, we've got a few number 9 boxes down there as well. And you know, be on display in the collection for everybody to see. Hopefully those of you that are watching this will be able to come and visit as well. If you can't, please do support us on Patreon as always, www.patreon.com/VickersMG, to keep up to date with our archive material and to help help fund some of these restoration projects that we do, to get these things looking back, not just like a a rusty toolbox. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. Please support us on Patreon if you're able to, and let us know of anything you'd like to see in the future. I look forward to hearing from you.